K-State's like, we can't go, y'all can't go either. Let's get to the guys calling the game, Connor Onion and Mark Helfrich.
You ain't going.
You ain't going. We hating.
Mike, thank you very much. The star quarterback for the Iowa State Cyclones, Rocco Becht, makes his way to Jack Trice Stadium for the biggest game in this stadium's history, with the playoff dream very much alive for Iowa State. But they've got to go through their rival, win this game, and we'll do a little bit of scoreboard watching to see what happens throughout the rest of the Big 12. First things first, a win for Iowa State. The game going on right now is Cincinnati. If they beat TCU, that would be winning in. Or if BYU, after our game tonight, beats Houston, coupled with an Iowa State win, the Cyclones will go to Arlington. So I hope you got all that. Be a quiz on that later.
Math class?
Seriously, that's a lot to take in. The scenarios have been nuts this week, but glad you're with us. Mark Helfrich, Connor Onion. The Big 12 stakes, the playoff stakes, the rivalry, all of that coupled together. As a player, as a fan, this is a night you never forget.
Yeah, you said a lot of dangerous words in there. Dangerous words in sports are could and might. You got to handle business, whichever side you're on. K-State, probably a little bit more of a spoiler mode tonight. And it's Farmageddon. It's cold. Let's go.
Yeah, you know what's great about this? The name of the rivalry is awesome. And it's like looking in a mirror when you watch these teams play, including their quarterbacks. Avery Johnson, Rocco Becht, very similar production, both young and will be around a while. Let's start with Rocco Becht in the season he's had.
Yeah, the super sophomores, Rocco Becht. You know, Matt Campbell describes him as a super football guy. He's tough. He's prideful. This weather won't faze him a bit. And then on the other side, Avery Johnson, like most budding superstars, there's a little up, a little down, but he's 100% healthy now. That means every phase of his game, it's run first with him, pass second. Let's go.
And Avery Johnson has spoiled top 25 teams before. He hopes to do it to one of his biggest rivals tonight. It will be a palm sweating type of night. 112 years, 1912. Iowa State trying to break a drought tonight, get to the Big 12 championship game. Time for tonight's game countdown, sponsored by Progressive. Still tailgating even when it's sub 30 degrees. You can see your breath. You need multiple hand warmers.
They're playing cornhole.
Yep.
That's how tough and committed this fan base is. Unbelievable.
One of the coldest games in Jack Trice Stadium history, coupled with one of the biggest games as far as the stakes. There was no way people from throughout this state were missing this game. The difference between some of the coldest games in the past that Iowa State has played, some came in 3-9 seasons or 2-10 seasons. Tonight they go for 10 wins for the first time ever. And with some help throughout the rest of the league, they can go back to the Big 12 championship game like they did in 2020.
And they're going to do it as they have here under Matt Campbell and John Haycock with that defense. They're going to defer, and K-State will have the ball first.
How do you get your players in the right mindset as a head coach for Matt Campbell tonight?
It's all in front of them. They've been, Matt Campbell, such a great temperament, prideful Mount Union roots, run deep in this program. They just go about their business. They lose a fifth linebacker, sixth linebacker. No big deal. We'll play great defense. We'll play maybe the great defense. And the other side of it, a guy that equally passionate and tough about his program, his defense, and the culture of these two programs. As much as they, quote unquote, hate each other, they're similar. You said it earlier, the DNA of these two teams is almost identical. And then there's this guy.
Well, Chris Kleiman has some people from his hometown that are wearing the opposite colors tonight. He's from Waterloo, Iowa, about an hour and a half away from here. Has about 40 tickets out tonight. He said he's billing them.
He's checking
them.
Yeah, exactly. Making sure they're wearing purple. And I'm not sure what's worse for an Iowa State fan, a guy from Eastern Iowa or the K-State head coach. What's worse?
Well, Iowa State spoiled Kansas State's senior night in the snow last year. A one-score win. K-State tries to hand it back to their rival tonight with everything to play for the Cyclones. It's been a great year in the Big 12. This should be an absolutely fantastic football game and a night. As a Cyclone and a Wildcat, you remember for a long, long time. And off we go. from Ames, Iowa. And through the end zone for a touchback.